Welcome back guys, it's Elwood here from Not So Serious Gaming. Today I'll be bringing you the full Easter egg guide to Eisendrache, created by Truman08. This map is its own interpretation of the Eisendrache, combining it with OG assets of Origins such as the robots and much more. This just leads to a super fun nostalgia bomb that you just can't miss. Before starting the main Easter egg, you must create 4 bows and feed all the hungry dragons. In doing so, we will activate power and set up Pack-a-Punch. Power. The power switch is actually in the original place that it was in Eisendrache, although the layout is much different from what it was. I'm going to call this room Mission Control in this video as a reference. You want to head through this door above Speed Cola from Mission Control and head to the right, and then head straight towards the power just up the staircase and switch it on just in front of you. Pack-a-Punch. To open up Pack-a-Punch and to be able to start working on obtaining the bows, you must collect 4 orbs that correspond to the 4 bows. The fire orb can be obtained by stepping through the red portal that opens up next to the power switch. The wolf orb is found within the spawn area just within the church on the right hand side. The void orb can be found in the family crypt. Just head through the purple portal on the left hand side and grab the orb. The lightning orb can be found by going through the blue portal just to the left hand side of Speed Cola. The power must be on for all the teleporters to be active. You can collect 1 orb and complete 1 bow at a time if you wish, however I'll show you them all together. Go to the top of the castle passing double tap and place all 4 orbs on the basins, and then the middle basin will begin to smoke. Kill around 20 or 30 zombies and fill it with souls until the summoning key spawns in, and then just pick it up. Place in the other basin by the symbols on the wall, then it will blow open leading to Pack-a-Punch. Before jumping into the main Easter egg, I still have a few more side Easter eggs to show you, such as how to create the DG4, how to get a free perk, how to get some free points, and so much more. Although if you don't want to see all this, I'll place a timestamp on the screen right now and you can crack on with the main Easter egg. Although you do need the DG4 for the main quest, so I would advise watching that first. DG4. To acquire the DG4, head into this room just past the basin pedestals. You want to interact with these electrical switches so the text above the door spells DG4. When you do this, the door will open and you can head up the stairs and collect each part from each little room, and then build it on any workbench. The crafting table locations. 1 crafting table is at the bottom of the church just by the spawn area, just by torch number 5. One's in Mission Control just to the right hand side of the dragon head. One's in the family crypt where you can craft the bows, and I'm not gonna lie, this took me over an hour to find this, and then I found the one in the Mission Control just 2 minutes later. Dragon heads. Leaving the spawn area via the Origins church, you will come across this gate with the first dragon head on it. Kill a zombie to activate it, then let it consume around 7 more zombies. It will then turn to stone and shatter. You can then move on to the next one. The next one is just inside the castle to the left hand side, just over by the STG-44 wall by. Just follow my route and you'll see it hidden in the shadows. The final one is in Mission Control just above the fireplace, like the OG classic map. Completing all of these will spawn in the bow in the main stairwell. Free perk. Shoot 5 ravens around the map and you'll be rewarded with a free perk. Just where you spawn in, look over the wall and you'll see one on the pillow just here. Heading over the bridge with the first dragon head on it, you can see it on the roof just towards the castle. One's on the ledge just above the Wrath of the Ancients in the main stairwell just by the bow. The room that you interact with the vase in for the void bow is just up on the bookshelf here. As you head up to Pat from Mule Kick, you can see it on the staircase here. Free max ammo. Shoot 5 vases within the crypt. There's 2 on the wall here. 1 just here. Another will be on the wall here. To the right of this will be another one just here. This will reward you with a max ammo on top of the stairs. Booze Easter egg. Within the hallway that leads towards power, go through the door to the left and you'll come across a bowl of candy on the table. Opposite the table will be a skeleton key hanging up. You can pick this up. Head into the room just down from the corridor on the left hand side and there'll be a big cage inside it. Open this up and pick up the booze. Bring it back and interact with the candy to place it on the table and you'll be granted with 750 points. Shield locations. The Eagle shield locations can all be found within Mission Control. One's on the top balcony, just leaning up here. One's on the pillar to the right hand side of Speed Cola. And one's leaning up on the wall just opposite the dragon head what leads to outside in the original map. The 3 visor locations can be found over by the spawn area. One's at the bottom of the church just leaning up against this pillar. One's on top of the crates just to the left hand side of the bridge entrance. Opposite the mystery box you can see it leaning up against the boxes here. The 3 gas locations are kinda near Jug. One's on the chair by Electric Cherry. Entering the castle via the room on the left, you can see it by the feet of the knight statue. Just as you enter the castle, you can see it on the box on the right. Now let's get back to the bows. The fire bow. Go to where Jug is and look outside the map and you'll be able to see an orb. If you shoot this with the bow, it will trigger an FX and a broken arrow will appear. Pick it up and you can start the Firebow quest. Make sure you activate the 2 launcher pads around the map. One's on the main bridge where the box starts, and the other is up at Pack-a-Punch. Using the launcher pads, you have to shoot 3 rings around the map whilst you're in the air. From Mule Kick, you can shoot the one over at the bridge. And from the bridge you can shoot the 2 over by Mule Kick. And yeah, the one up by Pack-a-Punch can be kinda hard. Once you've done each one correctly, the ring will be illuminated and you can now fill with souls. Once you've done all 3, head to the control room and shoot the fireplace with a bow. This will spawn in a max ammo and you must interact with the effects that you can see. This will now spawn in an orb over by Mule Kick and you must interact with this orb as well. Doing this will cause it to explode and drop the arrow. Go and place this in the pedestal. Storm Bow. Above the first dragon head you need to shoot the weather vane just like in the original DE. It will drop down a broken arrow. You need to collect this and head to the roof with Pack-a-Punch on it. You can now easily shoot 3 bonfires from this one location. One's just over here, the other one's just over here, and the other one's just down here. Once all 3 are ignited, head to the stairwell with the first bow in it. Just in the room to the left you can see a locker. Merely this and you can then grab a fuse. Take this to the armory where the power switch is, and to the right hand side place it with the other fuses. A gate will now open and you can pick up a coil. Place this coil to the right hand side of Pack-a-Punch and it will replace this wooden pole with the metal coil. A lightning bolt will now drop your arrow down from the sky. Grab your arrow and place it in a pedestal down in the crypt. Void Bow. Going across the bridge from the first dragon head towards the castle, on the left hand side you can see a void symbol. Shoot this with the bow and pick up the broken arrow. Head to the circular room with the statues in and shoot the vase with the bow. You will now need to interact with 6 skulls around the map. One is in the church within the spawn area just by the Wolfbow hidden in the window frame just here. One's by the first box location and the jump pad. It will be by a motorbike just on the barrel here. Before going inside the castle, go through this door on the right hand side. It will be in the courtyard just on the barrel next to this motorbike. Just before double tap, if you turn right you can see it on the sandbags here. By Mule Kick, if you head into the building that leads downstairs, you can see it on the table on the right hand side here. Opposite Electric Cherry, you can see it on this table here. Go back to the vase and he will say a code that you need to memorise and then translate for him. The 3 words for me were heart, horn and stag. I then had to find each symbol on the statue location and then translate it with the glowing symbol above it. Getting heart first, it corresponded with the cross scimitar symbol, so then I interacted with this and then moved on to the other 2 symbols. Once you've done all 3, it will confirm his name and you'll be dropped the void arrow. Grab this and go place it in the crypt. Wolfbow. On the way to power, if you stop and look through this window on the left hand side, you can see it shoot a painting with a bow and a wolf's head will appear on the right hand corner. Now you must interact with 3 more paintings. The first one is just before you go into mission control. The second one is within mission control just on the balcony above Speed Cola. As you head towards the crypt from the original bow, you can see the last painting on the right hand side here. Head into the crypt and on your right the half broken wolf arrow will burst out the wall. Grab this and you can now start the wolf quest. Head back to the beginning and shoot the flag behind Wonderfit. This will cause a skull to drop down. Just run over and pick this up. Head back over to the crypt and place a skull next to the wolf shrine. This will spawn in a shovel. You can now pick this up and head back over to the spawn area. There's a grave here that you must interact with. Your arrow will now appear out the ground. Place this in the pedestal within the crypt. Now you just need to collect souls by the pedestals so you can get your bows. If you can kill the zombies in 2 set locations, the souls will split, filling up souls from both pedestals. This can save a lot of time and that's why I saved it so I could do them all together. It's now time for the main Easter egg. You do need all 4 elemental bows to complete this, and I'm pretty sure once you complete one you can then do this part of this step. But I wouldn't hold me on that. I guess this is technically step 1? Fire essence. Grab the fire bow and shoot the fire pedestal. It will make a noise and start to glow. A glowing plane will now spawn in the sky just above where you are. Shoot this with a bullet gun. 3 torches in the bottom of the spawn area have now been extinguished. You will now need to ignite these. They are number 9, number 3 and number 5. Shoot these with a fully charged shot to ignite them. Once you've done it, you'll hear a completion noise if done correctly. Head back to the armory where the power switch is. Jump in the red portal and grab the essence. Head back to the pedestal room and infuse this with the fire orb. Void essence. Now you have the void bow, head to the pedestal room and shoot the purple pedestal. This will trigger a noise and it will start to glow. You now have to shoot 3 purple statues around the spawn area with the void bow. One's easiest to see on the wall that you spawn on, and the other two are each side of the bridge. One's just over by Wonder Fizz, and the other one's over by the launcher. Now you must shoot 3 wisps. One will spawn in on the clock just by the dragon head, the next one is on the phone in the power room, and the final one will spawn back in the control room just by the radio here. Head back over to the family crypt, jump through the purple portal and you can pick up the orb essence. Head back to the pedestal and infuse it with the orb. Lightning essence. With the lightning bow, go shoot the orb within the pedestal room. This will trigger a noise and it will start to glow. Once again you need to shoot the 3 bonfires. They will then be entangled with fire and lightning. Now interact with the 3 switchboards around the map. This can be triggered at any time of the Easter egg. One's in the spawn area next to the wolf orb. Make this face down. Underneath the church next to torch number 3, this one needs to be facing left. Just at the entrance of the bridge, this one needs to face up. If you've done this correctly, you'll hear a completion noise and the knobs will start to spark. Head back to the control room and jump through the blue portal. You can now pick up the blue essence, go back to the pedestal room and fuse it with the orb. Wolf essence. With the wolf bow, shoot the orb in the pedestal room. It will make a noise and start to glow. Go back to the spawn area and there'll be 3 graves with wolf symbols on them. Shoot the gravestones to make them become ghostly. Then switch over to a bullet gun and shoot them to destroy them. One of them is next to the original flag that you shot for the bow step. One's in the spawn area to the right before you get into the church. And one's in the spawn area to the left before you get into the church. Go into the room with all the orbs and the pedestals. Start heading towards Pack Punch and you'll see in the right hand corner a glowing effect. Interact with this and a wolf will spawn in. You'll need to follow the wolf until it stops outside where the bow is. Interact with this and it will start to dig and give you a bone. Head back to the spawn area where you originally picked up the orb and the essence will be here waiting for you. Grab this and go infuse it with the orb. I think this is step 2 of the Easter egg. After infusing all the orbs, they will rise and merge into one singular orb. Interact with the orb and it will start the next step. You must shoot the orb to make it move to its next location. Continue shooting it and follow it around the map. It will finally lead you to the flat cannon and it will reveal a bullet. Pick this up and interact with the cannon, destroying the building. You will now need to shoot the orb up at the castle. Head back to the pedestal room that had all the orbs and interact with it once again, destroying the final orb. Step 3? A device will appear in its place. Pick this up and take it back down to the crypt where all the bows are. Opposite the bows is an altar that you can insert the device. When doing this, a ghost keeper will appear and it will move around the map to about 4 different locations where you must collect souls for each stone tablet. I think it requires around 30 and you can do this with any bow. Completing all 4 will power up the keeper, causing him to actually show his true form, and head back into the crypt. Follow him back to where you placed the device. This is now where you need a DG4. Step 4? Pull out the Ragnaroks and slam them down into the ground. This will give the surge of energy that you need to start the lockdown. The keeper will raise into the air and it will be shielded. Not only that, but 4 other keepers will spawn in and be shielded as well. They all will have a distinct colour to match the elemental bows. Pick up your Ragnaroks so you can recharge them by killing zombies. Once enough time has passed, a max ammo will spawn in, and you must place your Ragnaroks back down again in the original place. If done correctly, a noise will be activated, and the shields of the 4 keepers will go down. Using each elemental bow to match the colour, you must shoot each keeper. After you have shot each one with the corresponding elemental bow, it will be time for you to place your Ragnaroks once again. Place them down at the keeper's feet, granting an activation noise. This time the shield on the main keeper will drop. You must shoot him very quickly in order to make him move around the room. Once the keeper no longer moves, interact with the panel with the red button at the top of the staircase, and then shoot the keeper to finally kill it. You'll be granted with Perkaholic, which gives you 8 normal perks and 2 custom perks. After you kill the keeper, you have to go back down and pick up the charged device. The altar will then lower, revealing a hidden door. Finally, you get to grab the gramophone from the church, which I'll show you just here. It's over by Speed Cola. You can place it in this room on the table and it will reveal a portal showing you the Buyable ending for 75k, and you have now finally completed the Iron Dragon. Of course, I really hope you enjoyed this guide on this great map. You guys have been amazing, where I have been Elwood from Not So Serious Gaming. I hope you have a great morning, evening, night, whatever time of day is. Hope you have a great one, and peace out.
The fuck was that?